What is up, everybody? Logan coming at you guys with another video here, and I haven't made a video in about a week. Everything's been fine though. We've just been doing a few trades here and there. We actually got pretty lucky last week with a couple of the 0 DTEs that we did and 1 DTEs. I put us at pretty solid support spots, and the market respected those every single time that we decided to drop down. One trade was at the money with about 50 minutes to go on Thursday, but we got the bounce we were looking for. And same with even on Friday, we had a couple trades that were pretty far away. They had about 30 or 40 points still a runway, even through all that falling. So did pretty well. And then we had a 1 DTE we collected 12% on, and we've been rolling this other trade as well. So overall, throughout all of this year, I've only had to roll 2 trades overall. So been pretty good overall for how crazy this market's been with this strategy. So we're going to take a look at my trade from today. Also, I just got Invisalign in, so I might sound a little different in this video. I've been really trying to learn how to talk with it in. So super wild feeling, but pretty excited for it for the next 6-7 months or so I have them in. But we're going to dive into this video. Overall, we had that close at 38.61 from Friday. Today's Monday, March 13th. And we had a 54 point expected move after everything that happened this weekend, right? And last week with the banks, and gosh, we were just so oversold. But overall, there's a lot of good opportunity still, and we're oversold, and CPI day tomorrow. So I am not swinging anything except the one rolled trade. That is it for the time. So nothing brand new though. I just didn't want to put anything too new on and then get steamrolled before I know what the date is tomorrow. So overall, these were moves for today. If we take a look at my call out trade, I said on Friday it was around 235. I like to put my trades on after 230 because that's when you see a lot of movement during power hour. Get a lot of relief rallies on red days, and then also on the big green days, it's good to start some short positions there depending on the trend, right? So if we take a look at some of the moving averages I was using, if you guys look at my 90-day, 20-day, and my 15-day charts, we are below the 2 standard deviation, even on the hourly chart, which is just wild, right? When you start to get down to this 2 standard deviations away from the mean over this time frame, generally you start to turn around. So that was the play I was looking at. And what did we get today? We got it was a greenish to flat day. The market actually closed flat, but we spent most of the day up, right? We took these strikes all the way down at 37.85. When the market opened, it was trading for about $3 because the market was about 38.12 on SPX. But you got to remember, 3800 is a big support zone. 3850 is a massive key level, and we got back above it. And we actually pushed up and rejected 3,900 today. So overall, we're chopping around that 38.50 zone. Not too bad of a spot for the market, right? We take a look at SPX stock over here. Right, we had a couple rejections off 3,900 and then closed 38.55. Pretty flat day, right? That little dip in the morning, a lot of the banks got bought up. There's a lot of funds up 30-40% this morning, that the triple leverage for the banks. Just for recovering. So much selling going on over there that these little relief bounces, you can hop in, make a decent amount of money. But if we're talking about SPX credit spreads, the premium's back, baby. That's one thing I know. And if we take a look at the VIX, look at this guy. I mean, we're talking 1 week, not even. I mean, from 19 to we were at 30 this morning. It was 30.5 at the highest I saw. Yeah, over here, 30.6. So immediately sold the 30 level. We almost came back down. We may have tested 25 and I just missed it today, but 30 down to 25 is quite the move. One thing that you have to be aware of too is 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40 on the VIX levels are so crucial at these points. And if you don't believe me, I mean, that's fine, but go look at the last year of volatility in this bear market. We would get down to 20, shoot back off to 35, right? Take a little pit stop around 30, and then we chop between 35 and 25 for a while, do that, and then boom, once we broke 25, we went back to 20, shot back to 35, back down to 20, and here we are coming back to 30. So will this be more fear? Something I'm really curious to see, but I think the data is going to lead us, right? We have CPI and we have quad witching on Friday. So going to be a lot of volatility this week. There's probably some good trade setups to find, and I plan on trading 4 out of the 5 days this week. I don't know if I'm going to trade Friday. Quad witching is always very up in the air for me, but I would like to trade after CPI tomorrow, that's for sure. So that's how I've been reading these stocks. The 0DT checklist, right? We have the expected move math I was showing you guys out of the gate. And that's basically what I used for my 1DT as well. Put us down here at that 2% down spot. You already have a 91% chance of winning. So when you're getting something that's, only in the money 9% of the time, but you're getting a 12% return on it, you have a nice 3% edge on your probabilities. So stacked that credit really nicely. It's just hard to beat when you get really nice odds like that and only have to sit in the trade for a day. And it can help you with other positions you may be rolling as more of a hedge, which is really nice too as the VIX starts to increase. And, we're going to have another high VIX today going into close. And I'm curious to see what CPI data is going to do, because we've basically just had the Federal Reserve, right? And a lot of our data that's coming out. All the good news that we had has, I think, reality setting in a little bit more. And, we could be on the brink of a financial crisis, but I don't really think it's anything to worry about. If you guys are short-term with your money, maybe, but overall, and I'm a short-term trader, but I don't look at money overall as a short-term thing. I don't care in the short term. I just focus on the process and doing the right thing every single day. And as long as you don't get caught up, too short-term, right, in emotions. Think about anytime you made a short-term emotional decision and how much you've regretted it later, right? Whether that be dating, that could be eating, right? That could be drinking. You make these short-term emotional decisions and the aftermath seems to never outweigh your decision. So that's something that's really wild. So that was our entry for the 0DT checklist. Did we gap up or gap down? What was interesting is we were up 2% overnight, but decided to gap right back down, opened up low, about 30 points. That gap did fill right out of the gate. We did touch on the VIX already, right? Saying the VIX is, we're still above 25. So if we don't break 25, I would expect us to keep chopping in this range from 38.20 to 39.40. If we aren't able to break under 25, right? Did we exceed the EM on Friday? We did. We had a massive red day. Where are our levels? So this is what I was talking to the Discord about earlier. We have 3,800, 37.80, right? That's why I was at 37.80 for my strikes. We bounced off that 38.10 zone. Started to head back up. 38.50 is another massive level, and 3900 right now. Anything over 3900, if we're able to break this, look for moves to 3940. I wouldn't say above there until we get there, though. And then same with the downside. 3800, well, 3850 right now. But if we break that, look at 3800 to be your big support. If we lose 3800, though, I think we can continue to tumble down pretty quickly. Position sizing with these trades. I've just been doing the standard, right? A lot of my trades are 6% of the portfolio, 5% even, unless I'm saying I'm sizing down. It just gives you enough leeway to where you're not overly exposed, but also gives you enough room to get out of plays. Trade timing. Overall, we've been taking a lot of the 1DTs, and it's in the afternoon. Choosing strikes, I mainly just look at my levels. I find all the support. I like to use my 90-day chart. I go back, I take a look at a lot of the previous levels. 3800 has been so massive for a while, and even 3850, I end up calling that out in the Discord. Just the big psychological zones. And then also once you're oversold so heavily, you're overdue for a bounce, right? Even throughout this whole bear market, anytime we've sold out. I do want to take this time, though, say I appreciate all the YouTube support from you guys. If you guys have yet to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. We're over 12,000. I cannot thank you guys enough. I really appreciate all the support. Seriously, it's awesome. But that's going to be everything for me in this video today. I hope you guys learned something about why I took this trade. I showed the charts. We talked a little bit about the VIX, why I took the trade I did, and why I don't have a trade going on for tomorrow. I'm going to try to upload a little bit more, but that's going to be everything for me in this video. And I will see you guys in the next one.